So we are logging in this morning, and it's been a couple of days since we've updated on what we've been doing, which I think we're going to catch up with and just go over a couple of stuff. So I might have repeated myself from the previous clips, but I just thought because it's been a few days, may as well do it. Right, so the emerald necklaces have now sort of stopped making as good of a money as what we did. The last flip we did, we sort of picked up 8 mil, and the bronze hatchets as well have gone slightly down compared to where they used to be. The next flip we're going to try is emerald rings, because emerald rings had something like a 7k margin. Even though I'm going to sort of like heavily go a bit lower and throw those in for 11k, see if they sell or not. I did sell the first big bunch of rune arrowheads as well. We got rid of those and they actually rose, so that's a bit sad. And we're just sort of chipping away with smithing, really. In terms of like the banking stuff, we've not really done anything major. We've got a couple of like drops from treasure hunter. We've got some protein shakes, and we've also got some of the unstable normal proteins as well. I've got some hides. I've also got some bones to do, which I might actually do that today. Really, like, I could go for a sweep of just clearing up some supplies in my bank, because I think it's very much long overdue. Just to get these like supplies out and just finish with. What I have been doing for most of the time though is actually smithing. We are level 63 smithing now, which is pretty good. And not only that as well, like these rune arrowheads are just so AFK. Like, it's a bit weird that this series is kind of like gone absolutely on the back burner, because like we're at a point now where this series can just tick along because of how well we've done in the early stages and how well we did with those emerald necklaces. Actually, just go back to the Grand Exchange. I'm going to check the price of the emerald necklaces as well, just in case there's some profit there. But one thing I have noticed like massively is that a lot of people do smith on free to play. Like, smithing is like really a thing. And by just going through like the smithing menu, I found quite a lot of money makers for smithing, which are going to be like massively AFK and huge profits as well. So when we go back to go and do some arrowheads, we'll just run through it all, and then I will be doing some videos on it at some point as well. But I thought I'd highlight it during this series as well. So yeah, the emerald necklaces 6993 seem to be a pretty sort of decentish price to hold at. And then the gold bar. These seem to have settled down a bit as well. Yeah, 3k for a gold bar. Yeah, 2.8k for a gold bar on a slow buy, and 3k for that. So to be fair, you're still making 3.5k per emerald necklace, which is actually very solid, and might be something I come back and visit a little later on. I kind of just want to get these rune arrowheads done, but also as well, what they serve me for at the minute is that I've got a lot of videos to make, I've got a lot of clips to catch up on, I've got a lot of stuff to organise. I've basically come home for a week, and just to throw this account and actually make progress, and significant progress with the profits as well, just by just dropping it there to smith some rune bars, you really can't moan. So yeah, I was going to talk through here as well. Like, so I always thought like rune bolts, arrowheads, dart tips as well were pretty much the be all and end all of smithing. Only until like I started to see some people like talk in public about what they were smithing and stuff like that. And this is why like it's a shame it doesn't happen more. That when there's a group of people together and they talk about what they're doing and stuff, it makes you realise that there's more money making methods available than what you think. I thought it was just rune. However, it turns out that addy smithing might actually be better profit, especially to like a pure free to play account. Like, if you have the ability to go to members first and do the quest like the tourist trap, then you're going to make the most money for rune, because rune dart tips are the best, basically. So if we go to the open smithing, so with rune, we've got the arrowheads, which are going to come in at 26.4k. We've got the rune dart tips, which is 35.3k, which is stupid how you can do that on non-members, but is what it is. And then also the rune unfinished bolts. I go for arrowheads just because it gives us more, and especially like how we've just seen, if the arrowheads go up a couple of GP each, you're going to outperform the rune bolts. But if you work your way through like other items as well, like rune swords at 33k, admittedly you do need 2 bars. Like all these items, because of like disassembling and stuff like that, these are decent prices. So what I saw from the sort of chatting stuff is that addy is, even though it's cheaper, it's still 32k for like an adamant mace. Like an adamant sword's 30k. And obviously you need to go and check the prices as well, but because these are such niche items, I wouldn't be surprised if you can get more than 32k. Maybe once we've cleared a couple of info of arrowheads and I've finished today, we can go and like price check some stuff. But that is crazy. Like, to think that you can go and make more money with just addy smithing in free to play than some pay-to-play methods, which I know we've gone over like all these ways that free-to-play can make more money, but like adamant instead of Rune is just, I don't know, it just caught me off. Just really, really crazy. But what we're going to be doing is a lot of smithing today, a lot of AFKing. Hopefully, I've got like 800 bars left. I can do a huge chunk of those today. If I am to do a huge chunk of those bars today, I think I can crack 120 mil, which is like crazy. Now, those emerald rings I put in to sell, I have very small hope they will sell because we're going for a pretty big margin. But if I can get any of those to sell over the day as well, that's just going to be even more profit in our pocket and even closer to that bond. So we really are at the end. Now, I do have some things we could do. We could do a bit of archaeology or a bit of necromancy to tie us up and just finish it. And not only that as well, I didn't realise fletching was a non-member's skill, so we could have done some fletching as well. Or what I'm possibly going to say is because we've flipped and we've made some money flipping, I might turn around and say, look, I'll make another 50 to 100 mil with these 3 skills. Admittedly, with like archaeology, I'll be capped at a certain level. But necromancy and fletching, there is the ability to make some money with some stuff. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. So we're hitting 2 big milestones here. We are finally finishing our 2,000 rune bars, which has been quite a journey, and it actually made us a small fortune. But not only that, we've got some huge XP gains, and I really didn't expect our smithing to go up this way anyway. But we're just about to get level 68 smithing, which is pretty huge. I've pretty much been here for about 3 to 4 days, I'd say. Pretty much hard AFKing. Like, don't get me wrong, I've not actively played. I've just AFK'd, done other stuff on other accounts, and basically just not paid attention. But there's level 68 smithing, which is really, really good. Very much recommend smithing on free to play. If I was ever to AFK like a money making method on free to play, definitely be smithing. With the rune options, Addy options as well. Addy's very good as well for AFK profits, but yeah, pretty good. 68 gives us access to like some more outcome stuff, and there it is, the last arrowhead done. So we're going to do a little bit of a like admin because again, I've not recorded clips because I don't want to just keep logging in and just showing you clips of like, oh, I got this level, I got this level, which I know we do for some videos, but like for this one, because I'm doing the same thing, I just wanted to get those rune bars done. I wanted to just ease the bit. Love story requests for 68 smithing and also 10% faster on Orichalcum in members. So we sold the previous 51k, so they have gone, so they can come back to the info. We were looking to sell some emerald rings. So emerald rings had a margin of like sort of 12k. They really haven't hit that height. So what I'm going to do is be a bit aggressive. We're going to still make profit, but I basically just want to get rid of them. So I'm going to throw them in for like an 888 and we'll just see how we go. In terms of that, everything else, we've not really done much else actually. I've literally just been smithing. So it's been nice. We've actually got some extra treasure hunter keys as well because we have been sort of AFKing and playing pretty hard. We'll take the red reward, a mask of crimson, which is blood velds. Nice, that's actually pretty decent. Five huge prismatic stars, which is kind of pointless. So I'll go for a orange and another gigantic and another giant prismatic star as well, right? Which for me in this account is like kind of limited, so I'm just going to throw them all on smithing. I'm not going to get the XP because for whatever reason you don't get the bonus XP. You can't use bonus XP in non-members. I don't know why, but I've done all that smithing and I've not used that bonus XP. But it is what it is, and we'll get over it. We're going to throw those in. What a price. I'm going to sell them 1 GP below. And I'm going to leave them in a grand exchange. Now, our investment, I don't know if the rune bars are still here, but our investment in rune bars was something like 12 mil. And we basically made that from the last batch we sold, 16 mil. So that means from those rune bars, we're going to be something like 40 mil profit. 40 mil profit just AFKing in free to play. Absolutely crazy. So now I'm kind of free. I can go and do some other things. I want to check the price for a bronze hatchet again because that really did work very well for us. And did bring some nice profit. So these still seem to be pretty much up in price. 8k. Yeah, I'd still say 8k is worthwhile doing. So we can definitely look at that. Emerald necklaces. Necklaces went mental for that period like last week. They have gone a bit flatline though. The Dragonstone one especially. I was doing the Dragonstone ones on the bond account. They were going for something like 15k. Managed to get sold 15k. But yeah, they seem to be pretty normal now. So I think we do need to branch out and find something different. If we look at our wealth evaluator, we are going to be at a price of 135 mil, which is kind of crazy. So yeah. The good thing is as well that that's going off these selling for their mid price. That's not going off these going for 888. So if we can actually get those sold for that price, we might be in for a little bit of a windfall, and we could actually be quite close to actually finishing the series and finishing the bond. Now, I'm going to leave it to you guys, but we are actually the price now for an emerald ring, which is good. Okay, because we made some money by flipping in merchant and probably as well, like we really did sort of benefit from. Wow, I've still got bones of bananas to do. We did really benefit from the prices of like the emerald necklaces. Things were basically at a high point. I can go and make a little bit more profit if you want me to go make some more money on the free-to-play series, because just to show you that you don't have to capitalize on the Grand Exchange. It's great when you do and you find items which are exceptionally high for a period of time. But just to prove that you don't need to do it and you can make it, we can look at doing that as well. But for the meantime, I forgot that I've actually got some things I can be doing. I've got 1,000 gold bars to make. I've got 1,000 green d'hide bodies. And I've also got a considerable amount of bones to bananas. I dare say that by doing all those methods, we might actually be able to hit the 140 mark and actually be able to finish, which would be pretty crazy. So that's going to be the end of this video. If you are brand new to the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Really helps me out. I am trying to aim towards 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I hope you guys have really enjoyed the video and are enjoying this series as well. I've made sure to create a playlist for this series in particular if you wanted to start from the beginning and work your way through all the episodes. We'll pretty much be doing 4 episodes a week of this series until completion, and then once we've completed, I'll be putting a poll up on my community tab to sort of ask what do you want me to do next. So if you want to be part of that voting system, make sure to hit the subscribe button and you'll be able to see any updates I do onto my community post. Thank you guys for watching once again. I really do hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'm enjoying playing this account as well, so thank you guys for giving me a reason to do it. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.